One thing I wanted to ask you about, because this is something I didn't know this, but like started from the very beginning of your journey, is that you are very good at finding artists to collab with and other people to collab with. And like most recently, Critterosity, if I'm saying that right, Critterosity,
Hmm.
and like Honest to Betsy, you recently did a collab with her as well. I would love your advice on how to have a successful collaboration with somebody because you seem to have a lot of successful collaborations.
Thank you. Yeah, that's been a lot of fun too. I think I come at it with the approach of when you were a kid and you would go to the neighbor kid's house and you knock on their door and you say, "Can they come out and play?" And sometimes it was yes, and sometimes it was no. And then sometimes they would come out and play, but they would only stay around for a little while, or they didn't want to play what you wanted to play, and you kind of had to find something that you could do together. I feel like I bring that same approach when I reach out and do collaborations with different artists. And sometimes I see something, I'm like, oh, that looks really, really cool. I want to jump into that. And then they'll say, oh, no, thanks. We're not interested. Fine. That's fine. There's other doors to knock on. So you just kind of go from there. And you never know what's going to come from it either. Actually, Honest to Betsy had been live on TikTok building a puppet. And I said, as soon as she saw me jump on, she goes, wait, puppets, Moddy Puppets, give me some tips, give me some advice. And so I reached out to her that way. I was like, okay, she's willing to play, clearly. So I reached out to her and I said, hey, how would you feel about both of us going live together? And that way I can kind of guide you through the process. And again, you just never know. You have to stay open to possibilities. I'm actually working on another one with the Elika. Actually, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I've only ever seen it written. But the alliance in Oregon that's trying to bring back otters. And because of the little paper otter puppet that I just had made, I had seen Mike Bennett's aquarium in Oregon, and it's just a cartoon aquarium. When I saw his art, I said, hey, do you think we could collab on that? I could use your design. I create a paper puppet. And then he said yes, and I partnered with the Elika Alliance. And so we got in touch there, and we're working on creating those puppets, those little paper puppets, and to bring more awareness to bringing the otters back to the Pacific Northwest.
Excellent. And this is just a great lesson as well. It's like, you reach out to collab with somebody, but now all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's this thing. We're going to do this, project to bring otters back, and if you just sit in your workshop and create puppets and never talk to anybody, those things aren't going to happen for you. Like
Right.
it's a great lesson to talk to people and to network.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think this goes back to those six of us in the drama club back in high school that we did improv because we had so little funding and so little guidance that we were like, okay, well, whose line is it anyway is big. Let's do one of those here at the high school. And we were able to pull people on that way. And the whole improv thing of yes, and you go into it, I reached out to Mike Bennett and I showed him my otter puppet, and he was the one that pointed me to the Elika Alliance. And so you just never know. You just have to stay open to that. Say, oh, okay, yes, and I had an idea of where we could take this, but if he wanted to take it a different direction, I'm down for that as well. And you just never know where it leads you. I've gotten to do such cool things just by staying open and willing to work in different ways.